Elaine Powell here, enabling you to unleash your greatness. Now, today I thought I'd share with you a very quick story, and if you want to see the rest of it or read the rest of it, you can go onto my website and read the blog. But I was speaking with a client and we were talking about going out speaking, and things weren't happening as fast as she'd like them to. So I started to ask a few questions to drill down to see actually what was really happening. And at the end of it, I told her this story to really make the point of what was happening. So listen to the story and then you can see what I said to her afterwards. Now, there was a town in the West Country and it was beautiful. There was a little town that was in a valley and there was beautiful mountains surrounding the town with snow at the top. And during the wet season, it would rain. But it was never too much problem for the town, apart from 1 year. And it just continued to rain and rain and rain. You know how it does here in the UK. Now, eventually the riverbanks just broke and the rain started to really go through the middle of the town, and the authorities started to get very worried. So we thought, we need to send in the buses to evacuate everybody in the town. So they sent the buses in and the majority of the people got on the bus. Apart from a few people in the town that said, you know what, no worries. It will pass and by tomorrow everything will be fine. And there was this one old man, very stubborn and very adamant. And he was saying, you know what, this is my town, this is my home. I trust in God. I'm not going anywhere. God will save me. So the buses left. Well, it continued to rain and rain. And by the middle of the next day, the rain was halfway up to the houses. And by this time, everybody in the town was leaning out the window, shouting, help, help. So the authorities sent in the boats to rescue them. And off they went. Apart from this one old man who said, you know what, I ain't going nowhere. This is my town. This is my home. I trust in God. God will save me. I ain't going nowhere. You need to just leave. So the boats left. Well, continued to rain and rain and rain until by the middle of the next day, the rain was up to the roof. Now, the old man was straddling the roof at this time. The authorities were like, we can't just leave him here. We really need to rescue him. So they sent in the helicopters. The helicopter hovered over above him and they let down a rope with a rescuer on it. And he said, you know what? We've got a basket. You need to just jump into the basket so you can come on board the helicopter. The old man looked up and said, you know what? This is my town. This is my home. I trust in God. God will save me. I ain't going nowhere. You go away. You go away. Well, eventually they had to leave. Well, carried on raining, and to cut a story, long story short, he drowned. Now his soul descended to the place that souls go, and he was really angry. He eventually landed, and there was big doors in front of him. And he banged on the door. Let me in, let me in. I got a bone to pick with God. God, let me down. Let me in. The doors creaked open. And there, standing before him, was St. Peter. How may I help you? I want to speak with God. I got a bone to pick with God. He let me down big time. St. Peter said, yes, I can understand. I can see from your point that you're very upset. Let me see what I can do. He picked up the hot wire. Ba-ding, ba-ding. Yes, yes, God, yes, a very angry, irate man. Okay. God said, go up and see him. St. Peter led the old man to an elevator, pressed the button, the doors opened. In stepped the old man, furious. St. Peter pressed the penthouse and up the lift went. It seemed like an eternity, but eventually, ding, and the doors opened. The old man got out, and there before him was God. Listen, God, I'm really upset with you. I got a bone to pick with you. I trusted you so much and you let me down big time. God said, I actually don't know what you mean. You have your 5 senses. I gave you the gifts of life. I gave you all the resources, your intelligence, and you chose not to use them. What do you mean? I trusted in you and you let me down. What do you mean? Well, I sent you the buses. I sent you the boats. I sent you the helicopter. In your next life, you'll do wise to take responsibility for your actions and for yourself. And there we have it. You know, I look around in life and we have so much resources around us, especially now with the internet. We have everything we need out there and inside of us to make things happen. So when I was speaking with my client, she was doing some actions, but she was really waiting on other people. And a lot of the things were outside of herself. And she really wasn't taking responsibility for just being out there and just making it happen. You know, people were coming to knock on her doors, but she wasn't responding to emails. She wasn't, following up. They sent her one email, sending some information. She sent it back. And then she just waited and waited and waited. I was like, no. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Make a list of all the people that you need to follow up with, whether it's weekly, daily, and don't be under the impression that you're pestering people. You're not. They've got other things to do, but they'll come to you when their time comes. So my advice to you is that you have everything you need to go out and speak. And the only way you're going to get real feedback about speaking is by actually doing it. So don't be scared. Take responsibility. If things aren't happening in your life, it's actually down to you. It's not down to anything else. So like the old man, don't say, I trust in God, I'm waiting. Don't wait. The only thing that gets results in life is actions, actions, actions. And if for any reason you're not taking action, remember my story of the old man and that you don't want to be him. So I hope you enjoyed the story. Remember to sign up for my free training videos, which is more about the psychology, all of this mindset. And that's the thing that really will stop you going out speaking. And go to my website, read this blog in its entirety in my website. And I really look forward to speaking and connecting with you another time. But until then, speak up, speak out, and continue to unleash your speaking greatness in the world. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.